Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
It's just me and you.
General West.
Deuce.
49, check 49, check 49.
Go.
57.
Big rip.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, check. 59. I got one. 59's Mike. Check.
They'll drop the throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60-yard.
On first down. Flowers, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Uncorks one for Davis. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Got one. Safe.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
57.
Ready?
On second down now. Stewart. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third down.
Ready up.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Curl it.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Seahawks send out their punter. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
On the ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get
And he'll give it here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Morgan now, throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds Corey Davis.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. It's Flowers, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen.
Now a give, right side. Flowers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
saw.
Check.
Back to throw. Morgan. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Broncos nothing.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Ready.
Second and 2. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check the out. Check.
Greystone travel.
47's the mic.
Get it.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
60 or.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check 59, Mike.
Dude.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over, so that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Morgan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check it out.
Back to throw. Morgan. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was something a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Ready, set.
Watch 57. It's our time. It's our time.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Flowers, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Morgan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to throw. Morgan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. 23 yards, the final tally.
complete to Cortland Sutton. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On the Seahawks 5-yard
Go now. 70, Indy.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Got it.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Go.
Looking to throw. Morgan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Flowers. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 16-yard line. Facing short yardage on third down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
On first down, Reese. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reese. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike's 57's right.
2nd and 4. And complete to Zach Ertz. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, D! SOS. Big grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha!
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here it comes. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Morgan on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Flowers. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run on 1st down. Stewart, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. It's heading over.
Check 31, check 31.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's get it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, Stewart. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down. Flowers, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 60 or.
On 3rd down, Flowers. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's caught by Jennings. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
22 jet bomber, 22 jets. They go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.